Yeah, so Trump just dropped an absolute nuke. Has the internet in a stormhold right now because something huge is happening in Russia, and of course in Ukraine. We know the support of Ukraine has drained. It's gone down for a very long time now, but for some reason, these two countries just cannot stop bombing each other. And Putin almost had some type of assassination attempt, almost went all the way through. But apparently, Trump is extremely mad at the fact that Putin has not been able to avoid all of this, and he doesn't even recognize who Putin is anymore. And he has put out a message not only in front of the world, but he's put out a message here on Truth Social. And I got to read this to you because this is very eye opening the way Trump is treating Putin versus how the mainstream media says that Trump is a Putin puppet. And they always say that Trump is doing everything that he can to protect Russia because he works for Russia. Well, I think this defeats the narrative of Trump just wants peace. And he wants peace in the Middle East. He also wants peace in this Ukraine Russia war. So he says here, I've always had a very good relationship with Vladimir Putin of Russia, but something has happened to him. He has gone absolutely crazy. He is needlessly killing a lot of people. And I'm not just talking about soldiers. Missiles and drones are being shot into cities in Ukraine for no reason whatsoever. I've always said that he always wanted the whole Ukraine, the whole thing, not just a piece of it. And maybe that's proving to be right. But if he does, it will lead to the downfall of Russia. That's a threat from the president of the United States of America that if Vladimir Putin does not slow down and listen up and stops this onslaught, both of these countries, because Trump has also given his fair share to Vladimir Zelensky. We know he's done with Vladimir Zelensky. But when we talk about what the United States has done in the last 4 years, when it comes to diplomacy, we are Ukraine at this point. Unfortunately, what the last administration did is that they just gave us the ball. And Trump is trying to do his best to find peace here. But he's also pretty much saying, hey, this dude is turning into a madman. He's going to lead us into nuclear war. And if he doesn't stop, well, if he continues, then he's going to force the hand of the United States of America. And it'll lead to the downfall of Russia. Likewise, the President Zelensky is doing his country no favors by talking the way he does. Everything out of his mouth causes problems. I don't like it, and it better stop. So he's sending threats to both presidents that they both better stop. They both, and I'm gonna give you a hint of where I think this might go, in my opinion, and where a lot of experts think that this is gonna go, left and right. He says, I don't like it, and it better stop. This is a war that would never have started if I were president. This is Zelensky's, Putin's, and Biden's war, not Trump's. I am only helping to put out the big and ugly fires that have been started through gross incompetence and hatred. So he's calling out Biden, he's calling out Putin, and he is calling out Zelensky to stop this. Stop. Why can't you guys just stop? Don't you see where this is headed? Now, this is a real thing. Like, this is a real threat to our peace. This is a real threat to world peace. And again, I just don't, if Kamala were president, I don't think she'd be able to have these types of conversations or post these types of messages out to the internet or to the world or to Putin and Vladimir Zelensky themselves. But here's also a clip I wanted to show you guys because things are getting extremely real. This is Trump vocally talking about exactly how he feels about Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
So Trump gives an update that he has been talking to Vladimir Putin, right? He's been basically, since Trump has been in office. Now, we are still only in May. This is, Trump Trump's inauguration, and him being in office was what, January 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Around those days was when we began to get, those messages from, the Trump administration that, hey, look, we are talking to, both of these parties. We want this to stop. Ever since then, as Trump mentioned here, as he's in New Jersey right now, he's mentioning, hey, I'm having full-blown conversations with Vladimir Putin to stop this and to end this. And he is just turning into a madman. He's literally launching drone missiles and launching missiles into Kiev, and basically just he's not looking for peace. And of course, he also calls out Vladimir Zelensky. But what's surprising here is the narrative. The narrative for a very long time by Democrats is that Trump has never been able to call out, or Trump works for, or Trump is a servant. And remember, there was the Russia scandal. This debacles all of that, because Trump is calling out what he sees and what we are all seeing. You see, whether you think Russia, whatever you think about Ukraine and Russia, if you think Ukraine is corrupt, which they are, one of the most corrupt countries in the planet, that still doesn't mean that we don't want people to stop dying on that side. That still doesn't mean that Trump doesn't want people in Ukraine to stop dying. That still doesn't mean that Trump won't be able to negotiate or just stops negotiating. Yeah, Trump seems that he wants to stop this war, not because of Vladimir Zelensky, because I'm pretty sure he could, a lot of us, let me calm down here. We don't like Vladimir Zelensky. This dude is unbelievably obnoxious. But we know that the Ukrainians, they're fighting on their last legs here. And of course, in the previous administration, when Trump also called out that, hey, this is not my war, this is Biden's war. But unfortunately, we have a say in this. We really do, especially being the United States of America. If we can avoid all-out nuclear war, then we should. And Trump has noticed here the same thing he probably noticed in Israel, is that some of these people that he has had good relationships with and has had some type of respect for, they're not following the program of peace. They're not following this program. So I'm not surprised there. And again, there was literally Vladimir Zelensky, I think literally like midnight last night, tried to assassinate Vladimir Putin. These dudes are trying to assassinate each other. They have some type of craziness going on, and Vladimir Putin can't stop and won't stop, literally just taking lives. So again, both sides are super in the wrong here. But I think that, again, to the message of Trump, why don't these people want peace? Why is Trump the only one pressuring peace? Do you know where this can go? Do you know how bad this can get? Oh, it can get very bad. It could get to a point where it's just no coming back. So yeah, shout out to Trump. He just posted this message out. It's literally breaking the internet. And again, him calling out Vladimir Putin, calling out Zelensky, calling out both sides the way he sees it. I think that's what the media never wants to talk about. They never want to admit that this Russia hoax is just a Russia hoax. It's just a hoax from Democrats that have no idea how to handle foreign policy, have no idea how to have conversations, have no idea how to even travel to have those conversations and stand in these rooms and be respected the way Trump is at this point. So again, Trump calling out what he sees. And there is so much that we feel about this. And I just pray that we do, and I hope that eventually this becomes a conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu as well, as 7 Palestinian kids were found dead. Like, this is not fun. This is a terrible thing. And again, we're only in May. We're about to head into June. Trump just got in there in January. So, hey guys, I see something happening here where we are very close to peace, but very far apart from it at the same time. It's a weird feeling. But if there's anybody that I voted for, that I believe in, that can make this happen, it is Trump. It is Trump. So yeah, we can only hope that kids stop dying, people stop dying, peace arises, but sometimes you just feel because of knowing the Bible, it's just inevitable that we won't get it. Hopefully we do. And God, blessed are the peacemakers and those who even try to with a good heart. So see you guys on the next one.